What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up. What's happening, y'all? Let's get this shit going, baby.
Well. Red October is over. In October.
It's tough sledding out here, man. It's tough.
Not only for Red October, but for all Philly fans, it's been tough sledding.
Season's over for every one of them.
It's the Philly sports fan, the iconic clip. So the season is over.
Oh my God.
What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up.
What's going on, y'all?
Smitty ain't make it tonight. He's got some personal things that came up. All good. He'll be back next week. But drop a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single video on the Day One podcast and 4133 the pod. We are in the heart of the NFL season. The NBA season right around the corner. Baseball just wrapped up. Tap in. We are posting every day. Tap in.
Yeah, we're locked in. We're updating y'all. I feel like our channel's kind of becoming a little bit of a news cycle channel a little bit here. Anything we see on Twitter that's worthy sharing, we share it with y'all just in case y'all don't see it. So make sure you tap in, subscribe to the channel, and you might see a short or two of ours pop up in your feed if you're watching. So yeah, we appreciate y'all for all the love. Again, another week, another boom in subscriber count. We're almost at 900 subs already. So maybe by the end of this month, we'll be at 1,000. That would be absolutely incredible. We really do appreciate you guys for listening and watching wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. It couldn't be better right now for the channel. Just consistent growth, and we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate it, and we ain't going nowhere.
Nah, not a chance.
We here to stay.
Yep.
Let us know, like, if there's something that you guys want to talk about or want us to touch on, make a video or whatever, let us know in the comments. We're always open to dialogue. We make the show for you. So let us know what you want to see.
Right, and we want to discuss how wrong you are with your opinions as well. Because if you know anything about us, we're always right. Just throwing that out there. So,
Most of the time, we're always right.
All the time. Let's be serious.
Even LeBron shoots 50% sometimes, so it's all good.
That's okay.
But
That's okay.
Yeah, tap in, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We're gonna touch on this past week's games, break down our teams, some big key matchups that we saw, some storylines, and obviously breaking down this week's upcoming games, the notable matchups, and we'll bring back a little bit of out of left field at the end. So stick around. We'll be doing an NBA quiz in honor of the NBA season starting next week. So tap in.
Right. Make sure you tap in next week, too, because next show we'll probably open up with doing some NBA season predictions. We know it's after the start of the season, but let's be real. We're not really going to learn anything after a game or two of play. So, yeah, make sure you tune in because we're going to do NBA MVP predictions, all the award predictions, probably our finals picks, the matchup, and the winner. So, yeah, make sure you tap in. It's going to be a fun show next week. It's going to be probably a little bit of a longer one than you'll get this week. So, yeah.
Yep.
Lock in.
On NFL and that. But don't worry. We are not picking all 82 games for all NBA teams like we do for the NFL. That would be insane.
I think if we ever have a show before basketball or something and we're both not doing anything the day after, we should totally just sit on here for 6 hours and predict every single NBA game.
That would be insane.
That would be
if
nuts.
y'all want to see it, let us know in the comments.
And then we'll do the 24 and then we'll do the 24-hour stream predicting the MLB season.
My brain power turns off.
Rockies. Oh my God! All right, let's look back at these games. Let's talk about the Eagles going on the road in New York and get the absolute belt, just like I kind of predicted last show. They
Not
doubled your point total.
necessarily.
I said, listen, here it comes. Okay. Giants doubled the score of the Eagles. They scored 34 at home. Eagles 17. Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo, Lil CTE, balling.
They were hooping. They were hooping.
Robinson looked like prime Antonio Brown without the CTE out there.
Bro, Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Lil Jordan Humphrey,
like
dog
Pro Bowler.
Secondary. Dog. I've never heard his name so much in a broadcast.
Me either.
8 targets. That's insane. Yeah, so let's talk about it. Give me your thoughts. What did you see? What was the problem? What happened?
Well, I feel like I come up here every week now and kind of say the same shit because it's just redundant. Same issues. Now, the injury bug on defense really got us. Not having Jalen Carter to stop the run was bad. Already on a struggling run defense. Now you lose your best interior defender. Mm-hmm. So we were bound to have problems with little CTE. And then outside, losing Quinyon Mitchell to the hamstring was the nail in the coffin because we know CB2 is a question mark. So any defense that has a brain is going to look to is it 7 or is it 8? Who is it? When you put them both on the field at the same time, it's a wrap. Like you said, I've never heard a Lil Jordan Humphrey on a broadcast mentioned so much. That was thanks to Keely Ringo as not being able to cover.
Yep.
So that was bad with the defense. Do I think it's something that's gonna linger? It begs the question. I think run defensively, I think that has the chance to linger a little bit more than the coverage. I just think, having Quinyon out and just, the compounding of us not stopping the run just really bit us in the ass there. But it's a problem with that run defense. I said it last week, and I'm not surprised to sit up here and say it again this week. But luckily, Nolan Smith is supposed to come back, or he's eligible to come back next week. We'll see if that happens. Jacorian Bennett as well. We desperately need, bro. We need him, bro. I'm telling you, he is better than anything we got at CB2.
Yep.
From like the 3 or 4 snaps I saw in that Rams game, even withdrawing the flag on Puka, bro, he was better than any of those guys. Sticky, always around the ball, make a play, willing tackler. Like, we need, bro. Mm-hmm. But this Eagles defense, like, we need to make a move. It's got to be either an edge rusher or a corner. Yeah. Thursday, I would have said we need a corner. Mm-hmm. Now I'm saying we need an edge because not only that, Zadarius Smith retires.
Yep.
For personal reasons. So an already thin edge group is even thinner.
Yep.
So people that we can potentially go after, I mean, Trey Hendrickson's obviously the big name, big contract. I don't know if we'll be able to swing that, but we were in the Michael Parsons sweepstakes, so you never know how we can always make that work. But I think Bradley Chubb might be a cost-effective upgrade there. So we'll see kind of how that progresses. But, defensively, it's going to be a matter of guys getting healthy and Howie probably adding another piece. I know Jahad Campbell going to the edge is kind of floated around now that Nakobe Dean's back. I don't hate that, but he is really good in pass coverage, Jahad Campbell. So I really hate to take him out of there, but we do need the edge help, most definitely. Offensively, it's Kevin Patullo, bro. Like, every week we sit up here and say, if the Eagles can put together 4 quarters of ball, we would beat anybody. We can't put 4 quarters of ball together. We haven't shown that we can do it.
Yep.
Kevin Patullo comes out in the first half, calling his ass off, balance. Jalen Hurts is playing well. It's in good positions. And then all of a sudden, the defense adjusts in the second half and we don't. It's unacceptable. And it's kind of, concerning because the common denominator from last year to this year was what? We brought back 10 of 11 starters. Is Mekhi Becton really the fall off that we're seeing? I love Mekhi Becton, but is he making that much of an impact to where we look inept?
I would say it's probably 20% of that because he's a great guard, 80% offensive scheming.
Yeah, I'm not saying
No, I know exactly. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, we're not struggling like we're not struggling on the offensive line, but everybody wants to say it's on the players. It is to a certain extent, but great players can only get so far with bad coaching and vice versa. Good coaches can only get so far with bad players. We're seeing bad coaching with good players. This is a Super Bowl team that returned 10 of 11 starters. The common denominator is the play caller. So, that, and then couple it with Jalen Hurts making a couple really bad throws. But on some of those, you can go back to the design just not being good. Like the interception, right? I know he's staring down Jahan Dotson, and people want to say, oh, well, A.J. Brown was wide open over the middle. Well, Dallas Goedert's running a dummy route, stopping in the middle of the field. His defender probably has enough range to make a play on the ball anyway. That's not Jalen Hurts designing the play. It's Kevin Patullo. Kevin Patullo does not know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't understand how long it's going to take for people to see the OC does not know what the hell he's doing. And of course, everybody's going to suffer from it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Not to exonerate Jalen of any blame, because the plays that he made, the end of the half debacle and then that interception were bad, but there's only so much you can do when, the manager is, hamstringing you. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I have a few issues with this game specifically, and I'll take you down a little bit of a rabbit hole. One of my issues is it very clearly looked like to me that one team came in there ready to play, ready to fucking go, and the other team just came in complacent as hell. You know what I'm saying? It felt like the Giants walked into a party where all your boys are at, and you walk in and it's instant vibes. You're hanging out with your boys, that kind of vibe, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of felt like the Eagles walked in to their 9-to-5 office job, sat down at their cubicle, started typing right away. Didn't even acknowledge nothing. There's no energy with this team. I love that Jalen is the mission is the mission. Every game's the same, whether we win or we lose. Keep the main thing the main thing, but they're too they're boring. There's no energy within this team this season at all. There's nothing. And I don't know exactly what that is. One thing that say what you want, it's a controversial thing, but even Nick Sirianni's not really energetic on the sideline. And that's stuff that you can hang your hat on as a team, being we walked into your house, you know what I mean? We went into your fridge, sat down, had a meal, and then fuck you. There's no energy with this team, and I think a lot of that has to do with Jalen. And this is the same issue that I brought up to you a couple years ago on the show. When things are going great, his His pressers are great, and the way he's going about his business is great. But when they're not, there is a leadership issue, in my opinion. It's not to say he's a bad player or he's even a bad leader. I just don't think he's a good leader for a team that's struggling or facing major adversity. Because say what you want, last year was kind of smooth sailing all the way through.
Not necessarily.
For the most part.
No.
You win 14. You win 14 games and dominate in the playoffs. That's very minimal adversity.
Yeah, but all the outside noise with AJ Brown and
the
first 4 games.
It don't matter what the outside noise is. The outside noise becomes the inside noise when you're losing. When you're winning, it's blocked out. You know that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, to that point, like the outside noise lost us the Denver game.
Right.
But as far as Jalen being a bad leader, I have to disagree a little bit because we've seen him kind of step out of his shell a little bit throughout the beginning of this season, being vocal, applying himself in these situations, like especially the Rams game.
Right.
He was way out of character. Like he is usually stoic, consistent, never high, never low. He was like animated as hell. He was not yelling at coaches in a bad way, but like he was very passionate about getting things on the right track. And then obviously comments post game about, we need to stop playing this not to lose brand of football. Like I feel like he's a great leader.
Right.
I think it's just a little misunderstood at times because we want to see, the rah, like put your arm around him type guy. That's not Jalen. He leads by example. And yeah, I see where it kind of looks bad, when he's just kind of sitting like in his own little space.
That's my thing, okay? Leading by example is great when you're playing well, but when you're throwing picks that are almost leading to pick sixes, and you're making bad throws, and you're going back and sitting on the bench the same way you do when you're throwing for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns and 80% completion, that's my problem. Is that like it's too much of the same thing. It's like, to me, if I'm standing on the sidelines and my quarterback goes out there, throws a pick, undoes his chin strap, maybe shakes his head, goes and sits on the bench like he does all the time without really acknowledging nothing, I'm like, this guy doesn't care. To me. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't care, but like...
No, he definitely does care.
Right, I know. But like...
It's just the perception of it. It's misunderstood, and a lot of people want to say like that, he's a bad leader. He is not. He is like the furthest thing from a bad leader.
Here's why I don't like to use the Rams game as an example. Like, if that works so well, where is that? Where is that against a division rival on the road in a game you got to win? You came off a bad loss. Like, where is that? That's my thing. Yeah. Because I got news for you. Guys like Travis Kelce, for example, every single time they're down, he's barking at everyone on the sideline. Every single time they're down. Baker, always animated, always the same guy, always leading that way. Now, you could say, Jalen's being the same guy too, but when being that guy doesn't work when you're losing, you got to do something different. That's my issue in terms of his leadership. He doesn't do adversity well. Maybe he internalizes it well and handles it well himself, but you know what I mean? Your perception is your image. You don't make your image, the outside world does. So like you kind of have to. He needs to act how he did in that Rams game. Like they were only down 3 at halftime, and you put 0 points on the board in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it goes back to poor play design, terrible situational play calling. Like we are
but
running.
There's poor play calling in the Rams game. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Sure, a coach can be on and then off. A coach can be on and then off again depending on the drive. Sure, but it's the same system. You kind of know what to expect.
This isn't the same system as it was last year.
No, I mean, like, it's the same system as in the second half of the Rams game and the first half of this game.
Well,
that's what I mean. It's like...
It's very high, like up, down, like not even game to game, half to half.
Right.
But Like it just goes back to for me at least, it goes back to the coordinator and even Nick. It's the Nick Sirianni problem. Like it goes back to the head coach and the offensive coordinator because, like, as much as we want to, put blame on Jalen or praise when things are going well, like if the system he's in isn't working very well, what is he supposed to do? Like he can only carry so much. And I get that he has the roster that he has. So it's like, why is he looking this bad? Well, if you turn on the tape and look at some of these plays, you would understand why.
Oh,
Like,
sure.
It's just gross. And then like the running game, it's just so predictable.
Yeah.
We know exactly when we're going to run. We it's certain motions, we go like 2x2 set, and you can just tell when we're running. Like it is disgusting. And it's not on Jalen Hurts, it's on the play caller.
Right.
And the coaches. They can't draw up the creative enough. Look at what they have, bro. This is an embarrassment.
Right.
Of all-time riches.
Uh-huh.
We got all pros and potential Hall of Famers everywhere.
Yep.
And you can't have an ounce of creativity to get any of them the ball. That's the problem. We're just so predictable. It's like 1st and 10 run, inside zone at -2 yard gain. We don't incomplete 2nd, 3rd down, punt.
Yeah.
Like something's got to change. And up until this point, they haven't given me any ounce of hope that they will.
No.
And until they show me otherwise, I don't know if I can sit here and say, yeah, like we'll figure it out. But the optimist in me says, the first 4 games of last year were kind of rough. We did kind of find our groove, and it's still, mid-October,
right?
And we're still in first place. We got the Vikings and the Giants in a bye week. If any time was to get right off of this mini bye, it's now.
Sure.
Like if we're gonna find something, we're usually good off of buys and mini buys. Now is the time. But like this should have been figured out like months ago. Like I want to know what they do. Like what do we do all off season?
Right. That's what I want to know.
Pissing off, like
and honestly, like a fair criticism of the coordinator is 10 of 11 have returned. Watch the tape, take stuff from last season, and implement it.
Yeah.
Like
this is like the ultimate because he's been here since Nick Sirianni got here. So he saw Shane, he saw Brian, he saw
and this is a different situation than a lot of things where it's like we're bringing in a different offensive coordinator. It's not because they were struggling; it's because they were so goddamn great that the coordinator went on to get a job. That's the thing. It's like there's been a system in place, and it's all the same players minus one right guard. You were under the tutelage of that coordinator. So like, where is it really shouldn't change much. That's the sad thing. That's my big issue with the coordinator. The last thing I'll kind of say, and you and I kind of briefly talked about it, because you were in a bit of a chat with your homie about Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is great. I really do. But my issue with Jalen is Eagles fans want to call him elite. The reason why I don't think he is because the greats, the elites can overcome a lot on an offense. For example, and it's always a bad example, moving player to one team and swapping positions and stuff like that, because it doesn't always work because of like scenario but like if you put Patrick Mahomes on this Eagles roster, they're winning 14 games. I don't care who the coach is. I don't care. You know that.
I don't know.
I know it's if buts and maybes, but like okay. I would argue Baker Mayfield does not have that much better of an offensive coordinator. He just lost his too. just lost his offensive coordinator from last year, his best season, similar to Jalen, is now the head coach of the Jags. Okay. What he inherited, kind of similar, was an assistant underneath the coordinator last year. He's lost his wide receiver 1, 2, and now 3 last week. He's 5-1 and in the MVP conversation. He's just kind of getting it done with whatever he's got, and he's missing his running back 1.
Yeah.
Now that's not to say Baker would come on to the Eagles and they'd be 5-1 and they'd be as great as they are. But if AJ, Devontae, and Saquon left the game, I don't think Jalen's winning half the games that Baker's winning. That's my problem. Is that I think Jalen's great in a certain scenario. And I can't see him overcoming such odds like that. Even I mean, Pat Mahomes is one of the GOATs at this point. We all know this, but like he's had wide receivers in and out of his lineup all season. The only consistent one he's had every single game is Travis. And and he's had no running game. None. No running game. He's the leading rusher. Now you could say, well, they're 3-3. But
yeah. And they are.
They're 3-3 because of Mahomes. They're not. I don't think the Eagles are 4-2 because of Jalen.
I kind of disagree with that. I think they are 4-2 because of Jalen Hurts. I think if you put like Kenny Pickett or like Jaden Daniels, like any of these quarterbacks, I don't think we're 4-2. You know,
I don't like Kenny Pickett. Really? Of course not. You put Kenny Pickett on the
like. What's the
Broncos.
other option? What's the other option? Tanner McKee. I don't think we're 4-2 with Tanner McKee. Like, what is the other option?
Here's the okay. This is what you get. You Eagles fans do. This is what pisses me off all the time. Okay, you go, oh yeah, well if Tanner McKee was starting games for us, we'd be 1-5. No shit. Because it's a backup quarterback that's lucky to be on a roster.
What's the other option? We can't sit up here and hold on, wait. We can't sit up here and if but maybe land and say, oh well, if Patrick Mahomes was on my team, this would happen. We don't look. This is the thing about Philly fans. We don't operate in if buts and maybes. Things are what they are. And Jalen Hurts, like, I get it. We haven't seen with this core for an extended period of time, and maybe that's what's kind of skewing the analysis of this whole Jalen Hurts is being carried by his roster thing. We haven't seen him have to do it for an extended period of time, so we don't know what it would look like if one way or the other. But my whole thing is rooted in, I feel like, and this is like a coaching thing, especially when you compare the whole Baker thing. I feel like they let him loose a little bit more and give him a little bit more autonomy and let him kind of, cook. I feel like the Eagles coaching staff really they make things so dumbed down and so basic that it's predictable. And like you and I could sit here and know exactly what we're doing on which down and distance. Sure. If we can sit here and say it, what do you think the other team that it is their literal job, this is their life to watch 12 hours of film a day? What do you think they're seeing? Yeah. So he can only do as much as the coaching staff is going to let him do. I know it's like a cheap, oh, well, he's not elite. If he has to rely on the coaching staff, he should just overcome that.
Well, that's also unfair too. I wouldn't ask any quarterback to be like, oh, your offensive coordinator and your defensive coordinator have both left. Yeah, overcome it. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't know. I just think this roster is too great for you guys to be losing by 17 points on the road against a bad football team.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, you look at the game, you turn on the tape, it is situational play calling 101 predictability. What is Jalen Hurts? Is Jalen Hurts supposed to draw up the plays? This is my thing. Like all of these anti-Jalen propagandists out there. What do you want him to do? You want him to draw up the scheme and draw up the plays too? Okay, he did in the Denver game that Saquon wheel route. Saquon was like, well, that one wasn't in the playbook.
Right, but
Here
that leads back to my leadership problem that I think is a fair, valid point. Then do that when you're down 17 against a division rival. That's my thing. He goes rah-rah for one game and he gets so much praise because he beat the Rams because he took over in the second half. Now, he's not going to throw for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns every second half. I get that.
Yeah.
But to put a stinker, no points in the second half against a below-average defense of the Giants. Now, they have a good pass rush. But other than that, they have nothing.
Yeah.
Where is that? That should be the expectation of an elite quarterback. That's my whole thing.
We saw Josh Allen on Monday night kind of do the same thing. So
right.
And nobody's talking about it. Nobody's saying, "Oh, Josh Allen struggled. He's playing like shit." It's just kind of like, he lost. He'll be back next week.
Okay, here's the thing though. You and me are having a conversation. If we brought up the Bills right now, I'd say Josh Allen's played like shit the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. But ESPN ain't. I'm not saying that
but
you have. I'm just saying
with
the general consensus of, the stat and analytical junkies that are casual.
Yeah, those
sport viewers.
Right.
That's their thought. But
sure.
Josh Allen has played like shit the last 2 weeks too. Nobody's talking about it. But Jalen Hurts plays like shit because of his coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
And, we want him off the team.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess my problem is the difference between a guy like Josh and Jalen for me, right, is if Josh needs to get it done, whether he gets it done or not is one thing, but actually turning it on and trying to get it done, it's consistent every single time they're down. He might throw 2 picks. Right, and that's bad. You don't want to do that, obviously. That's bad quarterback play, and he's going to get, his comeuppance for it. I don't even see anything with Jalen. Nothing. How do you come out of the half down 3 against a division rival not ready to play?
Well, I think in my criticism long-term of him, but really from the 2023 season, was like, it's a good thing and a bad thing. I think he plays to the system that the coordinator puts in place, which last year obviously great. We built the offense around the strengths of the team and him, but we've seen it over the last couple weeks here.
Right.
He's not doing things that are really comfortable from him. Getting the run game going and him going in the pass, the play action pass is really where he really shines.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like we're scheming this offense up to its strengths, and particularly his strengths, and it's making him look like a B-C tier quarterback, and that's not the case.
I get that.
We just saw what he did to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I agree.
He's elite, but he just I think he's elite. We can agree to disagree.
Sure.
Obviously, I'm not saying he's perfect. He has his flaws, but
as does every quarterback.
Yeah, it's just there's so many variables that go into it that when you get to that debate of this guy is elite, this guy isn't elite, you got to take into consideration, all factors: coaching, quarterback's play, players around him.
I just it bothers me when there's been there's no get up from him at all. It's kind of like, I'm going to get in this game, I'm going to do whatever I'm told, whether we win or lose. That's going to be it, and I'm going to go home and I'm going to have some ramen and I'm going to go to sleep.
That, and it's the safe thing, like Anton says.
Exactly. Yes, that is exactly it.
Which is fine, but when we need to hoop, we need to I get it. I get it.
Yeah, it's kind of like Emma. My fiance says this to me all the time. Okay, she tells me that when I'm driving or I'm around or I'm doing something, she turns her brain off. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts last year turned his brain off. He within the not fully. You get what I mean? Like played within the system, played it safe. He had a great offensive coordinator, great weapons. Saquon Barkley ran like crazy. That's not to say he was carried by the team. He obviously did a lot of great things last season. He was an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
But like to me, you can't go into this season the same way with the play callers that you have. That's just kind of my thing. Like you can't have the same approach going from Shane Steichen, who's leading Daniel Jones, the number 1 seed in the AFC. You can't go from that to Kevin Patullo, who's completely unproven, has nothing, and just kind of be like, take me there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. It's like it's consistency is great when the main thing doesn't, but when the main thing stops working, you have to change up a little bit.
Yeah.
And we saw it against the Rams, so why can't we see it against the Giants too? That's my whole thing.
Yeah. Like I said, I think again, it's just the mercy of like Jalen can only do so much.
Sure.
When the coordinator doesn't want to change his scheme to fit the strengths of the team, this is what we see. And yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating because a team this good should not look this inept. And it's not because of Jalen Hurts. It's because of Kevin Patullo.
Yeah, I agree. He's the main problem. I 100% agree.
Good.
Yeah. What up, Keith? What, DB? What up, Smitty?
What it is. Nah, man. Look, let's be honest, man. Look, he ain't absolved either, though. I mean, my quarterback, I love him to death. But his biggest superpower has always been being able to hit the deep ball, being able to create plays on the deep ball. You know what I mean? And it seemed like either he uncomfortable or the chemistry off. And I don't know how. I can't explain the chemistry being off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't explain it because y'all been together for 4 years. So chemistry being off, that would mean it's deeper than football, right? And I don't even want to go there with the conspiracy theories.
What if it's not a wide receiver chemistry thing? What if it's an offensive line chemistry thing?
I mean, I could tell you that's true.
Because if you feel you got ghosts on your backside, like you're not as comfortable in the pocket, you're not going to throw as perfect of a ball.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I think it goes hand in hand with comfortability with the play caller and the offensive line too. And but it again for me, it all goes back to that relationship with the quarterback and the play caller. Because if he's not comfortable with the plays that are being called, then of course.
But I don't see how that's possible. Like I know people keep saying it. I don't see how that's possible. When you sitting in the room with him, like how can you let him put something in the play call for the week that you don't feel comfortable with? There's no way that happens, bro. When you're considered a franchise guy, there's no way we create a playbook and we got plays in here that you do not think fit you as a quarterback. There's no way. There's no way. I agree that he's not calling the right plays, but I don't think anything is in that playbook that Jalen Hurts can't run.
Yeah.
Y'all don't spend months together and let him call plays and then be like, oh, well, I really don't like the play, but you can keep calling it, though. You know what I mean? It don't work well for me. But keep calling it, though. No, hell no. What's happening is, to me, in my opinion, he's not calling the greatest game in succession. Like, the way he's calling the game is just off. Like, it's times where it's like we literally be like, all right, we got the passing game going. Just keep passing that mother. We don't need to hand it to Saquon yet. And then this motherfucker come out and be like, Saquon inside zone. And you like, come on, bro. Or the passing game ain't working, and then you completely abandon Saquon altogether, and it's 3 and out. It's like, bro, you have to mix it together. You can't be oil and water. Like that's what we is right now. The run game is oil. The pass game is water. The shit can't mix. It just won't happen. So guess what Kevin Patullo got to do? I know I'm giving a cooking analogy. He has to become the flour so he can be the join together. He has to start being able to understand what's going on, put his flavor on it, but make it mix. The game plan can't be like, we're going to come out and pass. Oh, damn, the pass ain't working. All right, we're going to come out and run. Oh, damn, the run ain't working. Oh, damn, now we just don't know what the fuck to do. It's like, no, bro, you got to come out, make the defense be honest, make them honest. All right, boom, over the top. Okay, bro. My son was in there. I wish he was out here with me right now. My son was watching the game, and I was calling the team plays on. I'm like, slant right here. The linebacker backed up too much. He cleared the hole. Slant right here. They ran a slant, first down. I said, come on, bro. Kevin Patullo can do that shit. But Kevin Patullo, he'll be looking at the game plan and say, I'm going to just call a play. It ain't like he set it up. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like,
Yeah.
it feels like when you look
He
at
has
the
no
good
plan. There's no
coordinators,
flow.
they're setting you up. They might run inside zone 12 times. And then the 13th time, it looked like inside zone, but it's a bomb over the top. And your defense has now committed to what's going on because, damn, he done hit me with inside zone so much, I'm going back to it. But there's never a time when I'm watching the game and I'm like, oh, Kevin Patullo's setting this up. Like, he'll have a play that like that Smitty motion play where every time he motion to the left, we run to the right, motion to the left, he run to the right. I'm like, damn, if we made it look like run to the right and Goddard did one of those little, like, damn, I don't know how to call it, but they do like the little come across the middle, then all of a sudden he go up the field. Imagine that play that looks like we Smitty to the left, run to the right, and then Goddard somehow creeps out the backside, wide open up the field. Those are the type of things I think about when I look at offensive play calling. Like, where's the setup? Where's the alley-oop? Where's the, I need you to commit to this so I can do this?
Yeah, it's not there. There's no flow. There's nothing. He's just, like you said, he's just calling plays. And I've been saying that pretty much all season, that there's no, you go and watch the tape of our drives and you just don't see like a purpose. Like yeah, we're gonna set up the run to, we're gonna run to set up the pass and vice versa. There's none of that. It's just like we're just calling shit. Like, it just doesn't add up. And
it don't help that the offensive line is poo right now.
Right.
Yeah, like DV said in the comments, it's mainly Kevin Patullo, but player execution and the O-line is hurting. It all goes hand in hand. Like, there's no like one root cause, but the main cause for me is the play caller, because that's where it starts.
Yep.
You can
but
put
I'm not even mad at him though, bro, because like I expected but like I know people expect it to be like perfect or it to be like, but like he's in game 7. Like I know as Eagle fans, we in the window, but like he's in game 7. We've seen motherfuckers get to game 7 and flip a switch. We've seen motherfuckers get to game 7 and still be ass. I mean, it works both ways, but like he's in game 7 of his first time ever calling plays, and we're 4-2. And outside of what 1 or 2 games, we have been a pretty good scoring offense. Been pretty good in the red zone.
Yeah.
One thing I've never seen from an offensive coordinator, though, when he's early in his career, is not being good between the 20s, but you can get to the red zone and score. Like, what the fuck? You're so backwards. Like, bro, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. Usually, offensive coordinators that are new, between the 20s is their best times. Like, you like, okay, they got a little something going on. Then they get to the red zone and struggle. Kevin Patullo is totally opposite. He literally struggles to get to the red zone, but when he gets to the red zone, the motherfucker can't stop scoring.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I think we like 90-something% in the red zone. Like, and it's not with tush pushes. Like, that's the thing.
The best part of our game is the red zone. Like, it's about all we got going on for us. But
like that, now that's the one thing that blow me. And when I be like I'm not mad at him. That's the one thing I'm mad at. Like, bro, you could at least figure it out between the 20s. Like, we can't keep struggling on late possessions in the game, bro. Like I went back and looked at a stat. But we didn't have I'm not like mad at him or whatever. I'm mad at the whole collective, but we didn't have a drive in the second half over 2 minutes. In the Broncos game.
Yeah. I mean, we a lot of factors. I mean, obviously the penalties, but abandoning the run up 14 doesn't help.
But I think whatever Kevin Patullo put together in this game plan got everybody excited.
Yeah, I mean,
it got everybody hyped, bro. I can see the energy I ain't seen in AJ Brown in some months. He was so antsy, like, ooh, I can't wait for this. Like, and now, like, game plan don't mean you're gonna call it properly, but whatever the game plan looked like, Mulata, Saquon, AJ, Jalen, everybody seems like very happy with what happened over the bye week.
mm-hmm. I
Give me
mean,
the vibe of last year when we came off the bye.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of where my optimism lies. Is I mean, we're pretty good off of buys, but having that extra time to self scout and really, diagnose like what's wrong. I feel like we're good at that, but again, like for me, I just want to see it before I'm all the way back in. Like,
I never wasn't all the way in, man. The only way to be an Eagle is all the way in.
I'm not giving up on the squad. Like, if we figure it out with the play calling, we are well and away the best team in the NFC and probably the league. But we just got to be more consistent. We got to,
But bro,
the
we was
penalties, execution.
What I don't understand, Kyle, you watched us last year. How inconsistent were we last year?
You weren't.
You don't think
We
so?
were at times, yeah, we were.
Our passing game the whole year for me, 17 games outside of maybe 2 games last year, was very inconsistent.
Well,
The only reason we weren't maybe considered inconsistent to you is because Saquon was busting off 70-yard bombs every goddamn game.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's hard to have like a great all-around passing season when you're in the midst of one of the greatest running back seasons of all time. Like, it's kind of hard to get a passing game going when you're, the number one rushing team in football. That's kind of my thing. I don't think you guys at any point were like out of your depth, though. I mean, you won 14 games?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to be inconsistent when you win 14 games.
I mean, the past game at times was kind of
2-2, baby.
Sure, but like starting off 2-2, it's not like you guys lost 2 towards the end of the season. I mean, you went on a
That's what I'm saying. We started out 2-2. That's why I can't be upset like some of the other people in the fan base, bro. Because I'm like, I've seen this before. I've been here. I've heard these talks. People telling me last year we need to fire Kellen Moore before that Saints game.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
After the Saints game, they were saying fire Nick Sirianni. So, like, I'm on the other end of the spectrum, bro. Like, I'm looking at it like, if Jalen Hurts and Kevin Patullo ever link and lock in mentally as OC and quarterback, this shit gonna look crazy. Because I see what Kevin want to do. He's just not doing it successfully.
Mm-hmm.
See, instead of the run, he wants to set you up on the underneath. And then all of a sudden you creep your safety up. He go over the top. But he haven't been using over top because he been scared. Scary ass don't make no money.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get out there and get it.
Yeah, that's just the thing though. Him and KP got to get on the same page, with that attack, and it's not like we don't have the guys in the room to figure it out. It's just a matter.
But let's be honest too, Ant. The few times that we have seen it wide open, my quarterback missed him.
Yeah. He has.
That don't help. Because a lot of fans killing Kevin Patullo, but ain't nobody really being like, hey man, Jalen ain't been the hottest motherfucking tamale in the box.
Yeah. Neither is Josh Allen, but nobody's saying anything about that.
Yeah, what's up with them? They stats the last 2 weeks been the exact same as the Eagles. We gonna throw the white flag up on them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic, but I still have faith. I'm not. The season ain't over yet.
Yeah,
but
you're right on that.
We'll see. This is definitely a big week to get right. We are getting some guys back healthy, which is good. But we'll touch on that. Any other games that you wanted to touch on, Kyle, before we just kind of hop into the?
Yeah, let's stay in the NFC here. 2 other contenders game this week. San Francisco 49ers going to Tampa, lose by 11, 19-30. Baker Mayfield, another MVP type performance, 17 of 23, 256 passing yards, 2 TDs, and an incredible 3rd and 13 run. Do you guys saw that play? I assume,
Of course,
dude. So, I put it on the cover of this stream, kind of like the MVP picture taking form, and not just the MVP picture, but it kind of feels like we're starting to get an idea of who is the real contenders in the league. For the first couple of weeks, it's kind of spotty, like we don't really know. But I kind of feel like they're taking shape. So let's talk about it. Baker, like I said, 17 of 23 without his number 1 and number 2 receiver. And he didn't have a Emeka Egbuka in the second half. And he's missing Bucky Irving. So what do you guys make of it? What do you think it is? Do you think it's just opportunity and a team believing in you that makes a guy turn around his career like this? Or is it kind of like everyone in Cleveland sucks and he finds another place that he's good? Because it's very fascinating to me. They've actually been my favorite team to watch this season. I've loved watching Tampa. So what do you guys think of this team? What do you think their ceiling is?
I mean, to answer your first question, I think it's a combination of both. Obviously, situations are everything,
right?
And when you have an organization that believes in you, like Tampa does for Baker, then he's going to play his best ball and elevate the guys. It's been impressive to see all these guys go out and he's still able to make stuff happen,
right.
Get shit done. But I mean, obviously the ceiling is going to be Super Bowl. You would think. Can they get there? I mean, we'll see. They're playing really good. I feel like maybe they're playing their best ball in October. Will they be playing the same way in December and January? That remains to be seen. Because as good Baker has had performances in the playoffs, he also has come up a little bit short.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of unfinished business there for him, but he's definitely on a tear.
Right.
And he deserves all the credit that he can get. It's crazy to say that, like, of the MVP race, probably 2 in it at this current juncture in the season is Baker Mayfield and Daniel Jones. Like,
yeah,
if you would have said that to somebody like 4 years ago, they would have looked at you like, are you on crack or something?
Right. I think as it sits, your top 3 should be probably not odds based. I think odds it's still Josh Allen at 3. But I would say Baker 1, Pat 2, Bijan 3. Bijan is having an incredible run to start the season. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. The year that Chris Johnson broke the record, at this point in the season, Bijan's like 200 yards ahead of that.
Wow.
Which is nuts.
That's insane.
Yeah. Now he's got to keep that up the whole season, and it's likely he won't because those types of seasons don't happen in back-to-back years. So yeah. But still, like, I think as of right now, that's kind of what it sits like. And the other thing that's interesting too, I think Tampa has solidified themselves as a conference contender for me, especially over these last 2 weeks, because they've got 2 back-to-back, I would say, great wins. I think Seattle has a really great defense and they're playing good offense. And then beating San Fran, who's another NFC adjacent team. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're always good, great coaching, great roster. Like, I think it's 2 really, really big wins that's going to help them. But yeah, we do have to see how they are in December and January, maybe, because it's easy to win in Tampa when it's 78 degrees and you're at home, but when you have to travel to Minnesota when you have to travel,
when you got to travel to Philly,
when you got to travel to Philly or Green Bay or something like that, what's it going to look like? So, what do you think, Smitty?
Y'all can hear me? I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, so I seen this Baker before though. this ain't a new Baker. I mean, I seen this Baker in Cleveland when he took them to the playoffs, like with Jarvis Landry and you know what I mean, those guys when he was able to string it together, and then he went in the playoffs and got a win. I've seen this Baker. Like this ain't new. I think what happened was he found a groove somewhere where not necessarily they building around him, but they had it built, and he just had to fall into the spot and really play football. And he playing good football. Like I mean, I like the thing I do like about Tampa, bro. Like no matter who come in, and this is what I've always wished for my team. No matter who comes in and plays OC, they play the same type of football. They play the same type of game plan. It doesn't change up. Like if they hire a new DC tomorrow, guess what? In that game plan, Tampa 2 is gonna be there. Because you're not getting the job with Tampa unless you can run that Tampa 2. And then it's like every time somebody steps in, that offense stays explosive. That offense stays gelled together. And I like what they be able to do, man. But I think a good playoff run definitely is the ceiling, man. I think they can keep it rolling like they rolling now. Then it could be a great season for them. But man, I've always heard, man, you never want to peak early. So I hope they haven't peaked too early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we've seen it too many teams, too many times, and even this season. I think Green Bay kind of peaked a little early. Obviously, they're still be a playoff team, but we'll see how it shakes. Obviously, they're playing good ball now, but we just want to see it kind of.
Yeah,
continue.
I would say there's actually still room for improvement with this team because obviously Mike Evans and Chris Godwin were coming back at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think defensively this team has some work to do still. I mean, you look at their first 3 games of the season. I mean, they were within 3 of the Falcons, within 1 of the Texans, and they almost lost to us by 2. They only beat them by 2. So like there's definitely room for improvement. Offensively, they're really humming. I could see a situation where Baker's overall play takes a step back, but their offense runs a little smoother because it's kind of like Baker Mayfield hero ball right now. But once Bucky's back and Mike's back, I think they can have a more balanced offensive attack, and that might actually suit them better. They might not look as flashy as they do now, but I think they could. This level of play isn't necessarily the greatest that we've seen, so I think they could definitely keep this momentum going because it's not. I don't think this isn't the same as like what the Colts were doing in the first 2 weeks, in my opinion. They've taken a little bit of a step back.
Yeah.
But they're still winning games, and I think the same could be said about Tampa. So, but yeah.
Kyle, I got a question for you about your Jets.
Yeah.
And I know you got a stretch of like 3 games here where you possibly could get your first win. Is there any point in the season where you believe the stretch of games you possibly won't get another win?
Let's see. Just so you know, I'm echoing in your mic. Let me. So I don't think we're beating the Panthers because we can't stop the run. And they're full send right now, and they're getting Chuba Hubbard back, so I don't think we're beating them. At Cincinnati, that's tough. Veteran quarterback, that's a lot of weaponry. I don't have much help at my cornerback too. Though Jarvis Brownlee played really good this year. That's probably the most winnable game, I would say, of the next 3. Because the Browns front seven's going to eat my offensive line alive. We've been awesome in run protect, but we haven't been very good in pass protect. So I think the Bengals game is a possibility, even though that's the only road game. But after that, if we don't win one of these next 3, we won't win a game. Maybe at the Saints, but Spencer Rattler's playing good football. Like they're not necessarily bad. So like they're bad in grand scheme of the league, but again, like to say that I expect us to win a game is crazy because we are the worst team in football. We're 0-6. Like that's like expecting, the Browns to win any game. What was it before Baker? They went
2017.
Yeah, 2017. That's like, when you're the worst team in the league, you kind of bet against them no matter every way you can. And that's kind of where I'm at. I saw someone said on Twitter that Sauce has not improved since he stepped foot in the league. I think that's kind of true. Because I haven't seen him try to develop his ability as a tackler. He's very sticky. He relies on cheap holds occasionally. I still think he's great. But I think he's still kind of, when you come into the league as a young rookie and you put on one of the greatest rookie performances at a corner that's ever been seen, you're kind of going to get a big head about yourself, and you're automatically going to put yourself into the, you're going to be in the top conversations, and everyone's going to tell you that you're the greatest. It's kind of easy to take your foot off the gas with your prep. And I kind of think that's what's happened to him early on in his career. That's not to say he's fallen off or anything like that, but I still view him as a rookie receiver just because I don't see development as a veteran corner. So that's a big issue for me. Jermaine Johnson has set the table up front for our defensive line last week. We played a lot better. Obviously, we held the Broncos at 13. But that's really the only hope, is that if the defense can continue to thrive. But really, though, if we don't beat one of these next three teams, I don't know if we're going to get a win. I don't, because at the Jags is tough. I mean, we might be able to beat the Dolphins at home, but I mean, any given week, Tua can throw for 300 yards, and Jalen Waddle can have a $150 and 2 tuds. Like, that's, I don't know. That's kind of how I look at it. I would, if I had to guess right now, I'd bet we go 2-15. Because Justin Fields is horrible. He's absolutely horrible. And I've known this, and I got excited, and I shouldn't have, because my propaganda about Justin Fields is right. It's always been right. Is that when you have one of the worst seasons in the statistically in NFL history, even a big jump still means you're bad. And I've been saying that ever since his rookie year, and he's just not good. Week 1 was not what Justin Fields is. It never will be, because that's just who he is as a quarterback. He's not a guy that's going to win you football games. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm checked out on the season, to be honest with you. I'm interested to see what we do week to week. I want to see what we get back in a trade package for Breece Hall, because we're going to get rid of him. And that's going to suck, because he's not going to resign. He's not going to resign. We're not going to want to pay him top back money. And if he goes to a team with a average to above average offensive line, he's going to have a top 5 running back season next season. So he's going to take more money from a better team probably next season. And that's kind of where I expect us to be. So yeah, thank you for making me depressed, Smitty.
No, I actually had this conversation with somebody yesterday, and I kind of looked at the schedule, and I was like, if they don't get one in the next 3, then I said 2-15 my damn self.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, at the Saints is an interesting one, and then at home against the Dolphins, but I can't say we're better than either of them. So it kind of is what it is at that point. And by then, we might not have Breece. So who knows? I don't know. It's a damn shame, because I think this team has some good ability, and I think it's got some guys on that roster I like a lot. I just I think,
hey man, hey, look, you're gonna be without Jermaine Johnson too, because Howie making a call here in a couple of days. Just let you know.
Maybe.
If y'all lose this week, Jermaine Johnson will be getting some calls. I don't know if y'all gonna trade him or not, because I know how y'all feel about some of y'all defensive players and things of that nature. But he will be getting calls. He's in the last year of his deal, coming off of an injury. The stock right now, if he continues to play like he's been playing the last 2 weeks, going into this next week, the stock will be as high as it will be, you know what I mean, before trade deadline. I think you get a 3rd round pick for Jermaine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it. I think a team would give me a 1st and maybe something else for Quinnen Williams. If we're going to be that bad, I move off of him too. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Like, my whole thing is, like, yeah, sure, the team is somewhat ready with the roster. There's some holes, but like, I would say it's an average roster throughout the league. We draft the rookie quarterback. By the time he's ready to go, this team's going to be aged out, contracted out. It's not going to be the same team. So to me, I think we should kind of just hit the hard reset button now. What I would do is I would go and get some guy that's a bridge or draft the guy, let him play next season. Or what I would do personally is I'd cut Justin. I'd get rid of him after this season. I would stomach the Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields cap hit next season. Draft the guy, let him sit behind Tyrod Taylor all of next year, and go on from there in 2020.
Yeah, but the problem with that, the only problem with that scenario, right, is Aaron Glenn at some point next season, if he goes to 2-15, will be fighting for his life, and he will do what the Giants did with Jackson Dart and completely press the panic button and throw your quarterback in the water. So I would go with your first choice that you was gonna put out there. Go get a bridge, somebody that you trust to play 17 games or at least 14 games, and then you draft the rookie this year and let him sit and play the last quarter of the season.
Well, let me ask you this.
That was supposed to be Jackson Dart regimen. Russell was supposed to play 12 to 14 games, and then Jackson Dart takes over from there to get his reps. But Russell Wilson was so bad, Brian Daboll was like, if I keep letting Russell play, they're going to fire me in week 8.
So, okay, let me ask you this, though. If we draft a guy and he can play, similar to, I mean, Jackson Dart is still early, but like, I would argue that it was kind of a success doing that. It's not always going to be. It might not be for us. But, I mean, they did just beat the Super Bowl champs by a lot. Pretty comfortably.
Wow.
That's not an Eagle shot. I'm just saying, though, like, if that's what ends up happening, cool. Then we start a rookie guy. If he works, he works. If he doesn't, we're in the same spot we were to start the season anyway. So, like, that's my whole thing. I would rather draft the guy now because it's easier to get a receiver or a corner or a D tackle than it is to get a quarterback. So I would go and get the young guy the second, because we're gonna have the best pick we're gonna have for our, unless next year is really, really bad too. I don't know if we're gonna get a better chance at a high pick than this year. So I would take the guy.
Are you serious? Are you serious? You're gonna get a high pick next year too, buddy.
Yeah, but we're going to get the number 1 pick this season. That's what I mean. We're not going to get a pick.
I don't know. You're fighting with the Titans, man. I don't know. Y'all incompetent. Y'all might end up with the 2nd pick. Y'all might end up.
Yeah, but they're not
going to. The Titans don't need a quarterback. The Titans don't need a quarterback.
Yeah, they're not going to need a quarterback. And there is they're going to get the interim head coach rub, and they're going to reel off 2 of these next 3. So.
Yeah, that's
mark
true.
My words. The Titans are going to get the interim.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
no, they're not. They're buns. They're buns. They're going 2-15.
Dude, I'm telling you, every time this shit happens, every time.
Get 1. They get 1. They don't get 2. They usually get 1. They usually get 1 good game, and then it sets back to the normal.
1's fine. That's all I need. That gives us a 2. That gives us a 2-game lead for the number 1 pick. Now we can still blow it, obviously, but
we have fallen off so bad in society that we're worried about the race for the number 1 pick. That could never be me.
I posted it 3 weeks ago though on my timeline. I said the Titans or the Jets are in the race for the number 1 pick.
Right. Well, that's the thing. There's 2 things that we can do. Right. So, like, if we end up with the number 1 pick, that's the most valuable pick in the draft, obviously. If there's a guy that we like, that
is it really?
There's a guy.
Really? Hold on. You got to do some research for me for next week before you keep going. Really tell me what the value of the number 1 pick over the last 20 years has been.
The value, I'm not saying necessarily the player. What I'm saying is it's the most valuable pick because you can literally have anyone you want, which means trade value. That's what I'm getting at. If there's a guy that we like that's not necessarily worth the number 1 pick, we get more assets the higher up we are in the draft trading back. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like, sure, like if there's a guy that we think is awesome at 10 or that we think is going to be there at like 10 to 15, yeah, trade the 1st round pick back, get 15 and 30, draft your quarterback, get an offensive lineman or whoever you want at the end of the 1st round, and see what the rookie does that you have a lot of faith in. Now, if there's not a guy that you're 100% sold on, you kind of just do the same thing, trade back, and accumulate young players for this team and blow it up. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with the number 1 pick. You could do the same thing pretty much with number 2, but it depends on who has one. So that's kind of where my headspace is. I'm not necessarily talking about them taking a player at 1. I don't think we should take a player at 1. I think we have way too many things to worry about than taking a player at 1, unless one of these quarterbacks in college becomes a great prospect. But as it looks right now, none of them really look interesting to me. So at least not number 1 pick guaranteed, like, potential Pro Bowl talent. But I don't know. But you guys probably see more college stuff than I do. And Random Anton, what makes the Jets perpetually bad? Ownership. We have ownership is 100% the problem with the Jets, and I'll tell you why. We have the same exact issue that the Cowboys have, except ours is not in the media as much. It's the same exact problem. We have the identity of our owner, and our owner's like this. It's his 3rd job being the owner of the Jets. He don't care about being an owner of the Jets, but he has a certain expectation. The best seasons that the Jets had, not to get political, but Woody Johnson traveled overseas to be an ambassador for the United States and let his brother take over the team for 4 years. And we were almost above 500 for those 4 years. Just because ownership makes a difference, whether you like it or not. And I really do think there's a certain pressure that he brings that we just don't, it's not good for our team. It's a cancer. The only difference is Jerry Jones is talking about what he wants to do in the media all the time, and Woody Johnson's doing it and is actually doing it and not talking about it. That's my issue with the Jets. We're not going to be good until we switch owners. That's just how it is. Unless we, like some of these teams randomly do, they hit on a quarterback that they didn't think was going to be all pro or whatever. That's the only thing that can save a franchise outside of bad ownership. Because I'm sorry, a great coach cannot outdo a bad owner. It just doesn't work like that. But a great quarterback can, to an extent. So it can at least make you relevant. For like Baker Mayfield in Cleveland, for example.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's kind of my whole thing with the Jets. It's just,
yeah,
it's a lot of frustration, and I know it's not going to get better until the team is sold or handed off to someone else in the family, even if that matters. I don't know, but
yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with the whole thing.
Hey, bro, it's got to rain before the sun comes out.
You got that right.
Let's get into these week 7 matchups.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. All right, so let me get the spreads up here. Pick one. This is the London game this week. I think they're in London, right? Is it London?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Jacksonville. London, Los Angeles Rams 4-2 going into quote unquote Jacksonville. London game, both teams 4-2. The spread. Let's see.
So
What's your guess?
probably no Puka for the Rams.
Okay.
So
Rams are still favored -3.
-3. So it's still going to be Devontae Adams' show.
Yeah. What do you guys think? -3.
That's tough because the Jags, they're playing pretty good ball. Neutral site. I think I'm gonna go Jags.
Jags +3. You like them to win or just cover?
I like them to cover. I think the neutral site is one thing. No Puka. The defense has been playing good, forcing turnovers. And if the Jags can get the run game going on the Rams, which the Rams run defense has kind of been struggling, I think they can make this a game and potentially win in their second home. But I could see the Rams giving them belt too. But I'm gonna go Jags.
Go ahead. Smitty, what you got?
I got the Jags, man, +3. But I think they win the game. I ain't gonna even cap to you. I think without Puka, yeah, Devontae Adams is nice, but the synergy between Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford ain't Matthew Stafford and Puka. I don't care what nobody tell me. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be the Jags defense making some turnovers again, like they've been doing over the last. I think they lead the league in in takeaways. Like, so, I mean, that defense is very opportunistic, and that offense has been very, very complimentary. So, I'm gonna take the Jags in this one, man.
Okay. Anton, real quick, just to explain the spread. So basically what we're talking about is the Rams being -3. So instead of just betting on winner and loser, you can actually bet on how many points a team wins or loses by. So to try to split the money up, this is what these companies like FanDuel does. Because for example, if it's like Chiefs versus Giants, 90% of the money is probably going to go on the Chiefs winning the game. Whereas if they do spread, which is like, say the Chiefs are -7.5 against the Giants, that means you're betting on the Chiefs winning by 8 points or more over the 7.5. If you bet on the Giants at +7.5, you're betting on them to lose by no more than 7 points. So that's kind of how it goes. And it kind of helps split the money up a little bit more. Whereas, obviously, if you're betting on winner, Kansas City is going to get most of the money. But if you're betting, they have to win by 8 points, some of the money might go to the Giants because you don't think the Giants are going to get blown out. So that's basically what the spread means. It's actually very surprising to me how many people don't actually know what that means. Like, I've seen that a lot. Like, a lot of people, like...
If you want to look at it the easy way, how I used to explain to my people that gamble, you just, if you're taking the plus, you getting spotted points. If you take the minus, you starting in the hole.
Yep. That's pretty much how it goes. So
couldn't have said it better between the two of you.
Facts. For this game, I'm gonna take the Rams. A healthy Devontae Adams at the 1 spot. With a quarterback like Matthew Stafford, I kind of like that a lot. Plus Kyren Williams, I think he's going to run all over this team. The Jags have had a little bit of issues with protecting Trevor Lawrence the past couple of weeks, and this Rams front seven is pretty dominant. I kind of like them to get after the quarterback. It's a neutral site, so obviously Jags will probably have more fans in attendance, but still equal travel, equal difficulty there. I kind of like the idea of the Rams getting this win here. I'll take the points -3.
Okay.
So, plus Kyren Williams is my boy. So, the next game here, everyone's favorite, Eagles 4-2 going into Minnesota to try to lay some belt. Minnesota coming off of a bye, they are 3-2, and the Eagles are favored by 2.5, only 2.5. So, Dallas Goedert, great game last week, 9 catches for $110 and a touchdown.
He's having a Pro Bowl season. Now, obviously, with the shit that's going on, it's getting kind of overshadowed. But finally,
like if he stays healthy, this will be the best season of his career. Dominant. Eagles 2.5 points. Go ahead, Ant. What do you think?
It's tough. Just because we talked about. Our deficiencies earlier and things we got to work on, and me saying, they haven't shown me, why should I believe that things are going to change? Do I see us dropping 3 in a row? I don't. I'm going to go Eagles -2.5. I think, like Smitty said, there's a lot of juice from, AJ, Mailata, Saquon about, the game plan up to this week. We're pretty good coming off of a bye. Even though this isn't really the formal bye, this is just kind of a mini bye. We have the firepower, to take advantage of any matchup we want to offensively. It's just a matter of Kevin Patullo, calling the game with the flow, saying, all right, this is what I want to attack, and doing that. Defensively, we definitely got a challenge with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Quinyon Mitchell being back, full participant at practice was definitely a good sign. So he's probably going to travel with Jettas. But we just gotta hold up in coverage and somehow generate some pressure on Carson Wentz. And if we do, he's definitely going to cough it up. We've seen it in the past. But not that it's going to be an easy game because it never is with the Eagles. But I think we do get dub here in Minnesota.
What you got, Smitty?
To me, right, I'm looking at the game 2.5. I think we do win the game, right? I do like that Justin. I think we're gonna be pretty healthy going in this game. So I do like that Quinyon Mitchell will be, with Justin Jefferson. But that only means Jordan Addison probably gonna hit his target this week, which sucks. Obviously, we didn't make a move for cornerback. I don't know if we're gonna make a move for cornerback, but
we got Jacorian Bennett on ice.
well, he can come back next week. So
yeah,
let's see how that go. Obviously, well, he ain't on ice. I mean, he on IR. Shit, he tore his damn pec.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So hopefully he can. But yeah, I think we gonna have Carson Wentz dancing a little bit, and when you can get him off his spot, man, we all know he gonna give you some opportunities, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we go. I think everybody was like the Giants game was gonna be a turnaround. Obviously I was kind of in on it, but I think if we got any chance of like really bouncing back and really playing some good football, it's this week. Like, obviously the Vikings aren't they have a powerhouse of a team on offense, but they haven't been playing like that yet. They don't have some decent games, but they've been up and down. That run game, yes, it is decent, but it's opportunistic. You know what I mean? It's more like Jordan Mason making the way. I don't think did they get Aaron Jones back? I don't think he's back yet, right?
I don't think so.
Let me look. I don't know for sure.
I think we getting back to healthy. I think it's gonna be a good game, and I don't think they front seven really bringing that heat like that. I think they got to simulate pressure, and I think we kind of prepared for it a little bit. We played the Vikings and Brian Flores a few times, so we kind of know what's coming. We've had some good games against them, running and passing. So
that's true. But we just got to put it together for 4 quarters. That's going to be the key.
Yeah, that's going to be just put them out.
Yeah. What do you think, Kyle?
I'm going to go with the Vikings actually here. I don't think that the Eagles are necessarily going to play bad. I just like Minnesota off a bye, their coaching staff. They're playing well. I think they're going to try to rally around Carson Wentz. It looks like it's probably going to be him this week.
It is.
Yeah, likely. So I kind of find that interesting. Now you guys are going to want to do whatever you can and not let him have one, but I think this is a good week for them to do it. They're putting in 2 weeks worth of work into this game. You guys do have a mini bye, but 1 day, 2 days that matters. For that, I'm kind of going to take Minnesota here. I think Philly's going to look a little bit better than he did against the Giants, and I don't think this is going to be necessarily panic mode if they lose this game. I just kind of feel like momentum is not really on your side right now.
Well, it is going to be panic mode if we lose 3 straight.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Super Bowl. Super Bowl, no, but Super Bowl, yeah, but I mean, like in terms of division, not really. So,
yeah,
you don't have a juggernaut ahead of you guys. You might end up still being first if you guys still lose this game, but that's just kind of where I sit. I think Minnesota's primed to get a win here. They're on a little bit of a streak coming off a bye, and they're at home. You guys usually put belt on them, but situation's a little bit different right now. So, but hey, if I'm wrong, we get to come on here. You guys have a happy show next week. So,
yeah. Hey, we are at our best when Kyle is rooting against us.
Facts. I should just do that every week for y'all. All right. Game 3, Indiana. It's crazy that this team has been on this graphic like 3 times this season. Indianapolis 5-1 going into LA. Probably going to be an Indianapolis home game. Let's be real. Chargers 4-2, Indy 5-1. both these teams playing really good football as of late. The question is, will Justin Herbert be focused after seeing Madison Beer in the Victoria's Secret walk show? That's the question.
I mean,
let's be serious.
That's his girl.
Yeah,
so he's got to be locked in.
I don't know, man.
Might be
Chargers 1.5 point favorite. So
I'm taking the Colts.
Coin flip. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm taking the Colts. I'm not saying that the Colts are legit, but I think they're damn good.
I mean, if they 6-1 after beating the 4-2 Chargers on the road, I mean they're probably legit.
Yeah.
I would say it's okay. I'd say it's okay. It's okay to admit that.
They have been playing such good football. Daniel Jones has been playing lights out, and he's been doing his thing. I think that I think they can do that. Similarly to kind of how Washington attacked them a little bit. They got the run game going. Jonathan Taylor can definitely get loose. Offensive player of the year candidate way too early, but get that run game going to set up the play action pass. I think that's probably the formula for the Colts. And it's probably going to be an offensive game if I had to guess, but I like the Colts, man. I really do. But I wouldn't be surprised one way or the other.
Yeah. What do you think, Spinning?
Damn, I'm over here thinking still. Shit. Nah, this is a close one, bro. This one close. Chargers. I'm trying to think, bro, because like the Colts is 6. Fuck. This is nasty.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a good game. This is really close. Like,
I mean, they don't have Amari and Hampton, but Vidal is he's been playing good. But
fucking, I'm gonna tighten this shit, man. I don't even like going with Buddy, man. I just don't like. I don't like, man. I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert and his bum ass. I think like if it comes down to a shootout, I think it's going, which I think is kind of gonna be, because I don't think either one of these teams is like gonna lay down and not really fight. So I think it's gonna be a shootout. And I haven't really. I mean, I don't doubt that. You know what I mean? The Colts are gonna stay in the game. So like the 1.5, I see why they got it at 1.5 or whatever like that. But I think that's fuck, man. I really don't even know. Like, I think the Chargers should win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
I'm gonna take the Colts here. I think their running game's been absolutely ridiculous. Second best back in the league by far this season has been Jonathan Taylor, behind Bijan. He's been awesome. He's been the heart and soul of that offense, even though Daniel Jones has been playing great. The only thing that gives me a little bit of worries is Daniel Jones has turned the ball over a little bit against some good opponents, but a couple of those haven't really been all that crazy. But I kind of like the idea of them running all over them. Plus, Vidal was running the ball well against the Dolphins. I don't know if that's necessarily going to like translate to a game against the Colts. And, I mean, if you want a quarterback to put it all on their shoulders, Justin Herbert is certainly one of them in a regular season game. And Ladd McConkey's finally starting to get going. I mean, you see the stats there. But it's definitely going to be a fun game. It's going to be a close one. But I think I'm going to take Indy. I think so far this season, I kind of just trust them more at this point, which is kind of outrageous to say. But, like Daniel Jones is a completely different guy with this team than the Giants. Like, even his coaches and teammates are saying like he's just coming out different compared to how he usually does. So, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Colts here. Probably win it. Let's see it. Next game here, Washington at Dallas. Washington being 3-3, Dallas being 2-3-1. The reason why I put this game on here is because for it's going to be probably these two teams plus a couple for the NFC wildcard spot. This is a big game. And honestly, if the Eagles lose this week, this could be a big game for Washington if they win. But Jaden Daniels, 263 total, 3 tuds last week in a loss. And the Cowboys, they're fun to watch right now. There's no pressure on them. Dak is balling. And George Pickens is looking like the receiver we thought he might with the Steelers. Now that he's got a legit quarterback, he's been fun to watch. They should be getting CeeDee Lamb back this week too. CeeDee Lamb said he's going to be on a pitch count, but he's going to be playing. A pitch count for CD is probably 11 targets, 7 catches compared to his 22 targets or whatever. Let me pull up the spread. I'm very interested to see who's favored in this game. Another tight one. The Commanders are favored by 1.5 on the road in Dallas, Jerry World. What do you think?
Man, this is like, I'm probably going to take Washington. I think when I think about this game, not that both of these defenses have been playing great, but Washington's has been playing better than Dallas's. Dallas's defense has been like non-existent, and I think that's going to be enough for them not saying that Dak won't have a good game, because he has been balling, but they just can't get stops to save their life. But awful loss. Commanders probably the better team. I think they can probably run the ball on them quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I just think Washington's the better team, and they'll win.
Yeah. What do you think, Smitty?
Let me see. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to see something real quick.
You're good. -1.5 for the Commanders. I'll go ahead and say my thing. I'm going to take Dallas here. I think Dak is legitimately playing like arguably top 3 quarterback this season. He's just obviously the wins aren't there. Their defense has been putrid, but he's been playing kind of with he's been playing very free this season. I mean, there's not really much pressure. We know that they're not. We knew coming into the season that they weren't going to be a Super Bowl contender or have those types of aspirations. Maybe Jerry does, but like the general media wasn't going to be down their throats about this is the year, because we know that their defense has fallen apart. We know that they lost Micah, and their running game coming into this season we didn't think was going to be legit, but Javonte Williams has actually been playing really, really good for them. I just like Dallas here at home. I think these teams are actually pretty evenly matched. But if we're talking about who's playing better ball right now, I'm going to take Dak over Jaden right now. I could be wrong. This could be flipped. Washington, I think, is overall the better roster. But I think with how free Dak's playing and Brian Schottenheimer actually surprising over there calling plays, I think they're going to get a win here and get themselves back to 500. So I like Dallas. It's better for you guys if Dallas wins, anyways.
Well, I mean, but if we lose, then Dallas is first place. So
yeah,
we ain't losing now.
So can I bet this plus 1100, man? I want to bet this plus 1100 that both of these teams end with another tie, man. This plus 1100, man. I think, I don't know, cause like if Terry McLaurin don't play, then I'm going with Dallas. But if Terry play, I'm taking Washington. And it seems like his status is just like a dang mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell y'all, as I know everybody watch my Saturday show. So listen, I don't really know who's gonna win this game right now. Cause I think if Terry McLaurin play, I think the Commanders win. But I need to know more about his status, because they have him as questionable, but they had him as questionable last week too. So I'm like a little bit skeptical on picking the game. But if I had to pick right now, without Terry McLaurin on the team, I'm taking Dallas.
Okay. 2 Dallas and Washington. Yep. Yeah, I don't think Dallas is necessarily playing that bad a ball. I just think they're so one-sided with their team right now.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that's not going to really lead to big playoff success, but you can still have a solid season with one great side of the ball. Plus they are getting CD back on a limited snap count, so I kind of like that a lot for them. But yeah, I'm with you guys on that.
I wouldn't be surprised one way or the other, but again,
Nope.
I think getting stops in a game like this is probably important. I think Washington's more capable of doing that.
Yeah.
Whether Terry McLaurin is playing or not.
Fair. All right. Arguably biggest game of the week here, Tampa Bay going into Detroit. This is one of the stupid Monday night doubleheaders. Why? I would rather. Why can't they just have like a Saturday night primetime game to compete with college football instead of giving me 2 fucking games on a Monday? It pisses me off. But anyways, Tampa Bay 5-1 going on the road to Detroit. They are 4-2. Again, this is Monday 7:00. Both these quarterbacks having pretty good seasons. The Lions are on a 4-game win streak, and Baker's coming off of back-to-back good wins against good teams. Let me get the spread, bro. You think I'd be prepared at this point?
They were on a 4-game win streak until they lost last week.
Yeah.
The Lions did.
Yep.
That is a tough matchup because
it's 5.5. I got 5.5.
5.5 Tampa.
Yep. 5.5 Detroit.
Yeah. No, 5.5 Detroit.
Give me the fucking points and give me the money line. I'm taking Bucks.
What's the status of their secondary? Because I know last week they were completely decimated, Detroit. Are they getting some guys back?
I don't know.
Give me the +5. Give me the Bucks.
Because
Brian Branch out, and they're gonna be light in the ass in that secondary. I'm taking the Bucks.
Yeah, because if that's the case, I am also taking Bucks. Mm-hmm. Because
no Emeka Egbuka, probably no Mike Evans, probably no Chris Godwin, no problem.
Hold on. What? No Emeka Egbuka, no what?
No, he's got no receivers next week. None.
He's got Tez Johnson, Jalen McMillan, and Sterling Shepard.
Okay, never mind. I'll take the -5. I'm not gonna play like that.
I'm playing.
Oh, Mike Evans over here though. Hold on. They say Mike Evans might play. Hold on. Wait.
I'm sticking to Tampa.
No, I was joking, but I'm saying they got Mike Evans playing though.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I didn't think he was back.
Yeah, especially if the whole Lions secondary, including Avonte Maddox, may I add, is out.
Don't matter if he's there or not.
It really don't matter if he's there or not. In fact, it might be better for Tampa if he was there.
Right.
Because especially if Mike Evans is playing, he'd be worried about Fortnite.
Facts.
But you don't got to worry about Fortnite. He can worry about it on the sideline when he exchanging pleasantries after getting belt.
Yeah. Smitty, you're sticking with Tampa?
Yeah, I was only joking about
Hell
that.
Yeah, bro. Oh, dude, Tampa's so fucking fun to watch.
Kyle's a Tampa fan now.
Dude, my NFC team this year is the fucking Bucks, dude. Gotta love it. All right, I like it. A lot of different picks from us this week. About time.
Yeah, we gotta keep track of that and see, who's right and who's wrong.
Right.
For next week.
Yep. All right. So what we're going to do now, okay, we're going to do an NBA quiz. Smitty doesn't know about this because he wasn't here at the beginning of the show. But we're going to do an NBA quiz in honor of the season starting on Monday. Next week, we're going to do some award predictions. We're going to do finals teams, predictions, things like that. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a quiz. So let me add that shit to the stage. Let me remove that.
Are we timing it?
Huh? We're gonna time it because my ass got to go to bed. So
fair enough.
But most of these guys are going to be easy to guess. What we're doing is we're guessing the leader for each team 2024 in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks on every team. This is for last season. So yeah, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Locked in, I hope. All right, let's do it.
Lock in.
So I see Trae Young there.
Dyson Daniels.
Blocks Capella. Yep. And then steals Jalen Johnson. No.
Cameron Johnson. Keon Johnson.
Yep. And rebound.
For the Bulls, Kobe. What's Kobe name? Kobe. Ain't he the leading scorer for the Bulls?
Who's the guy for the Nets? Nick Claxton. That's who.
Nick Claxton, I got you.
For the Dallas Mavericks, it's either Kyrie Irving or Ant Davis.
Not Ant Davis.
Derek Lively? No, he was hurt all year.
Dwight Powell?
Is it PJ Washington?
It might be, bro. Bro's a baller. Shit. No blocks. Who's blocks for Dallas? Okay. Let's get a lot of these easy ones. So obviously got LaMelo Ball. No?
Nope.
Bridges?
Miles Bridges.
Damn. Steffi up there. What you doing? You ain't put Steph up there yet?
Steph.
Not yet, no.
LeBron.
Kun. Poe. No, hang on. I got it.
Are you spelling it wrong, bro?
There we go. I'm mistyping it. I know how to spell
Chat.
Bam.
Help him out.
Bam out about you.
Help him out, chat.
Oh, yeah. No, he was traded.
LeBron.
I got LeBron. Greats. Edwards. Towns.
God damn it. What's buddy name for Cleveland, man? Come on now.
Donovan Mitchell.
Mitchell, yeah.
Darius Garland, and then Mobley.
Your boy Evan Mobley.
Yeah, my dog. Nah, he didn't lead for. Oh, Jared Allen rebounds.
Yeah.
Sacramento point guard.
Fox.
No, he's on San Antonio.
Stephon Castle.
No, it's Levine.
Zach Levine.
He ain't a
Keegan
point
Murray.
Guard. Keegan Murray. No, it's DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, for the Kings though. Keegan Murray.
Oh yeah.
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram might be on here. Nope, he ain't on here. Let's stick to these teams. Let's stick to these teams up here for a minute. Let's try to get some easy ones.
Drew Holiday.
Jokic. Holiday. No.
The point guard for Boston with the Steals.
It wasn't Peyton Pritchard.
White.
Nah, it's Derek White's. Maybe it's White. No, he's already on there. Steals. Jaylen Brown. Yep.
Brown.
Yeah, there he goes. Bulls. Nikola Vucevic.
Vucevic. There we go. Very nice. Kobe White. LaMelo. Nah, Lonzo didn't play enough games. Who did? Io Honor. I can't name that guy's name on the fucking Bulls. It's Io something.
Oh, Dasumu.
Something like that. Yeah, I think that's who it is though.
Yeah, Ayo.
Yeah. Josh Green for the Hornets would have never gotten that. Draymond.
Yeah.
Jalen Green for Houston.
Draymond.
Dylan Brooks probably for steals. No. Okay.
Nope.
Oh, Şengün for assists probably and rebounds. Okay, just assists.
Fred VanVleet.
Oh yeah, VanVleet.
Buddy that used to be on the Magic, but now he played for the Nuggets for the blocks.
Aaron Gordon.
Nope, not Gordon. I already tried him. Could be
Really?
Porter. Nope, not Porter Jr.
I knew it wasn't KPJ.
Who's their backup center? Is it Bolt? No, it's not.
No.
Oh, hell no. Bolt didn't get no minutes.
Wasn't DeAndre Jordan, was it?
Maybe.
Miles Turner for the Pacers.
Yep. Miles Turner for the Pacers. Let's see what else we got down here. Clippers is Kawhi. No? Okay, so that's Harden. Yep. Rebounds would be Zuch. Okay. Lakers, steals and blocks. That's tough.
Austin Reeves. For steal.
Could be Austin Reeves. Yep. Miami Heat points. That's Tyler Hero.
Who was their center?
I don't know, dude. Oh, nope, not DeAndre, and he was traded midseason. Memphis Grizzlies. That would be Ja Morant. Rebounds
Jaren
be Jaren
Jackson.
Jackson. Yep.
COVID boy. What's COVID boy name?
Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert. Is that he was talking about, COVID boy?
Yeah, that's COVID boy. Yeah. COVID
All right. Oh, Lillard. Scroll down a little bit more. Pelicans. Zion. I don't know if he played enough games. No. Who was hooping for the Pelicans last season?
McCollum.
McCollum. Yeah.
McCollum. I don't know.
Put CJ. Put CJ.
No. Shea. Holmgren. No, it's not Holmgren.
Isaiah
Hartenstein. Yep. Thank you. Oh, Josh Hart. Hartenstein. Yep.
Hey man, that bad boy from the Magic, the power forward.
Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, Banchero. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bancher.
Yeah, he had it spelled wrong. He got it spelled right. Wagner. Yeah. Franz Wagner.
Yep. Franz Wagner.
Wendell Carter.
Get Wendell Carter. Yep. Some of these steals and stuff are going to be tough. I think Suggs. No, not Suggs.
Oh.
Cole Anthony.
Probably.
Nope. Embiid. That's an easy one.
Booker.
Yeah, Devin Booker.
Oh yeah, Booker. Durant.
KD.
Nurkic. Insert Suns center here.
Yeah.
Fuck. Who else played for the Sixers?
Maxey.
That's right. Maxey
didn't play enough to be on this freaking list.
Yeah, PG don't play enough.
Yeah.
DeRozan.
Adem Bona.
Who?
Bona. Adem Bona.
Bona.
Oh, the light skinned dude for Toronto with the braids.
For Toronto, light skinned dude from Toronto.
Damn, he got the braids.
Drake?
No. He played basketball. They say he like autistic or whatever.
He's autistic and he's hooping.
I know who he's talking about.
I have no idea what the hell he's talking
Scotty
about.
Barnes.
Scotty Barnes, yeah.
That's insane that you said that shit. All right.
All right, come on, lock it. We got just under 6 minutes.
Bro. Bradley Beal hooping for the Suns. Oh my god.
I can't even put BBL boy on here because I know he don't lead in nothing for nobody.
Jordan Poole hooping.
Jordan Poole, of course.
Kuzma hooping. No? Okay.
Wemby.
Yep.
Wemby.
Yama. That's how you spell that. Maybe it's not Yama.
Try B-A-N.
I did that. Wembanyama. I don't know. Chat, help me out.
Stephon Castle has to be on that list.
Victor Wembanyama.
It's Wembanyama.
And it ain't him.
He might not have got enough because of the
like
the blood clot.
I tried Castle. It wasn't Castle. Devin Vassell. Yep. There we go.
Oh,
Chris Paul. Yep. And then rebounds. Who's that?
What's
Sohan?
Is Scoot on there?
Jeremy Sohan, bro. I'm hooping. All right.
Nice.
You try Scoot?
Henderson. Yep. Assists. 5 assists is your leader. Fuck. Ain't nobody passing a rock up in Portland.
Yeah.
Utah Jazz. Walker Kessler.
Mm-hmm.
Assists. Crazy name, but I don't think he played there. All right.
What's the old boy name? No. Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson.
Not Clarkson.
Damn.
That made me think of McConnell for some reason, but he's not on that team. Shit. No one from the Pelicans.
Bro.
Nobody from the Pelicans.
Because we didn't figure out how to spell McCullum, did we?
No.
MCC. Okay, I think I got it. He's not on here. Okay.
It's
Damn.
MCCOLLUM.
Nothing.
Damn.
They didn't they have a rookie or something? Somebody that was hooping?
Damn, yeah, they do. They got a young dude. Fuck, and they just re-signed him. What's his name?
I don't know.
Oh my
Trey Murphy? Well, he's
god.
not a rookie, but Trey Murphy.
Well,
Murphy
he's not
might
a
be on
rookie.
here.
He like young.
Trey Murphy, let him. He averaged 21 a game.
Oh my god.
Trey Murphy hooping like that? I had no idea.
Damn, what's his name? Fuck. It's on the tip of my tongue too. I can't even think.
Thompson twins. Jaden McDaniels for the Timberwolves.
You popped up.
What's his name? Trey Murphy?
Yeah, we already got it.
We just said that.
Okay.
Who was hooping with Jordan Poole down with Washington?
It wasn't Porzingis.
He might be on
He
this.
had a center.
He did have a center. Somebody was playing all right.
Marcin Gortat.
Yeah, I was about to type that shit.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. What's that? Jalen Duren. Yep. Okay.
That's a good pull.
Yep. Blocks for the Mavs. It's not a Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleba? No.
Hey, didn't what's it call it play for the Wizards last year?
Who?
Buddy from the Bucks?
Lopez?
No.
Kuzma?
The small forward.
Kuzma.
Middleton.
Oh, Chris Middleton.
Not on here.
Yeah.
Not on here.
Damn, that's.
I mean, we had to have beat the average. I mean, nobody's pulling Dyson Daniels for steals. I'm sorry.
You never know.
Some of these are going to disappoint me big time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, only
What did we get for Detroit so
Steven
far?
Adams for blocks for Houston.
Nope.
No.
What did we get for the Detroit Pistons so far? What we missing?
Cade, Jalen Duren, and Asar Thompson. We need someone for blocks.
Is it
Isaiah Stewart.
I was just gonna say that. That's what I was thinking about.
Yep, nice.
I
Steals
was
for
gonna
Rockets.
say Chase LeBron, but you know.
That's him.
Assists for the T-Wolves. Who did they had like an
Damn,
old head.
Pelicans. We can't
Pelicans
get
gonna
nothing.
piss me off.
Yeah, that's bad.
They had another guy too. It's Trey Murphy, and there was someone else.
Alvarado.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
There was somebody
Jose
else.
Alvarado.
Though. Trey Murphy was hurt, but then there was some.
Other
Herbert
dude.
Jones.
Herbert
He ain't
Jones.
on here. He ain't on here.
Herb
He ain't on
Jones.
here.
Not on there.
He would be on there for probably blocks or rebounds. He's probably
Yeah.
second there.
Damn.
20 seconds.
Caruso.
Nope, he ain't on there.
Damn. Ah, Jalen Williams.
Nope.
What? No J Dub.
Nah, that's it. That's a wrap.
Damn.
It's pretty good,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's see it. All right, so we missed Josh Giddey and Matas Buzelis. Matas Buzelis is
Daniel
a rookie.
Gafford.
Daniel Gafford. Oh, yeah, I forgot he was hooping with them for a bit. Peyton Watson. Tari Eason, bro. That pisses me off. I like Tari Eason. Chris Dunn was getting run for the Clippers.
He was.
Jackson Hayes.
I was going to say him, bro. I was like, there's no way Jackson Hayes led the Lakers in blocks. But I can't say exactly.
I forgot about Zach Edey, bro. He was the top pick for them. Yep, Zach Edey. Yves Misi. These are all like rookies. OG Anunoby. That's sad.
Ugh.
KCP for steals. Gogo Baratse for the Magic. Casey Wallace. Kelly Oubre.
How did you not get Kelly Oubre, bro? Keon Ellis.
I ain't a female. That's why. Isaac Collier, Alexander Sarr. He's a rookie. He's on our board pick.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm honestly not mad with a lot of these. I mean, RJ Barrett's bad. Kelly Oubre's a meh. I wouldn't necessarily think of Kelly
Plumlee.
Oubre when it comes to rebounds. I mean,
Mason Plumlee is still getting run in the league.
yeah, Mason Plumlee, a dog. Let's be so serious right
He's
now.
a dog.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh wow.
So the
How did
average
we
score-
not beat the? Oh shit! How did we not beat the average score?
Damn,
That's sad.
we fell short, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
well,
have it.
what are you gonna do? Can't have it, man. All right, that's all
We'll
I
try
got.
again next week.
Facts. That's all I got for y'all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really all I got. Eagles just we gotta get on track with this one. I think
Facts.
we will. So we just gotta lock in.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What do you guys? You got anything to say to the people, Smitty?
Nah, man, back to the basics, man. We back to the basics, man. It's up. We're gonna get a win this week. You know what I mean? It's gonna be all back to normal. Let's get it.
All right. With that being said, thank you so much for listening to the Day One podcast. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, comment down below what you want us to see next. If you want us to talk about something specific, if you want us to introduce a new segment, if you want us to talk about your favorite player, whatever you want to do, let us down in the comments. We also are a big fan of hot takes. So if you got an opinion that you think's ridiculous, we know it's ridiculous. But if you want the world to think it, put it in the comments. And yeah, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, whether you're on a boat, bus, or plane, you can get the Day One podcast content anywhere in the world. All right, so go down to your local Sprint Mobile. We just need one more co-host to get the 4 for 100 lines for the pod. One more, and then we'll be there. $25 a line, okay? Then you can watch your content anywhere, except for on a plane. They don't like when you're off airplane mode. But
yeah,
anyways.
You can download it, though, and watch it on the plane.
You can download it. That's facts. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm Kyle. That's Smitty. That's Ann over there. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.